If you were seconds away from losing everything, your home, your child, your entire future, would you still stop to help a stranger in a raging storm? This is the story of Evan Carter, a single father fighting for custody of his daughter, and Maya Ellis, a stranded woman he rescued on the worst night of his life, never knowing she was the one person with the power to change it all. The rain fell sideways, a violent storm tearing across the lonely highway. Evan Carter kept his old truck steady with both hands gripping the wheel, knuckles pale from stress. It wasn't the storm that scared him, it was tomorrow. Tomorrow, a judge would decide whether he'd keep custody of his 9-year-old daughter Lily. His ex-wife had suddenly reappeared after years away, demanding full custody, claiming he wasn't stable enough. Evan worked 2 jobs, barely slept, and lived in a tiny rented house. He knew he didn't have much, but he had love. He had Lily. That should have been enough, but courts didn't always see love. Lily sat in the passenger seat now, hugging her little backpack. "Daddy, are you okay?" she whispered. Evan forced a smile, hiding the fear in his chest. "I'm okay, sweetheart. Just a storm." The truck's headlights cut through sheets of rain until Evan saw something, a stalled car at the side of the road. Hazard lights blinking weakly. A silhouette stood outside, soaked, struggling to wave for help. "Daddy, someone's there," Lily said. For a moment, Evan hesitated. He was exhausted, cold, worried, but he could never leave anyone stranded, not in a storm like this. He pulled over, stepped out, and was instantly drenched. "Hey, are you okay?" he shouted over the wind. The woman turned. She was in her mid-40s, elegant but disheveled by the storm, mascara running from the rain. "My battery died. My phone too," she yelled back. I don't know what to do." "Come on, get in the truck. You'll get sick out here." She climbed into the back seat, shivering. Lily handed her a blanket from the trunk. "Thank you, sweetheart," the woman said kindly. "I'm Maya Ellis." "Evan Carter, this is my daughter Lily." The storm intensified as Evan drove slowly toward town. Trees bent violently, branches snapping. Lily fell asleep with her head in Evan's lap. Maya watched the tender moment quietly. "You're a good father," she said softly. Evan let out a breath, tired, heavy. "I'm trying. Custody hearing tomorrow. I don't know how it's going to go." "You nervous?" "Terrified. But I'll do anything for my daughter. Anything." Maya's eyes softened with something he couldn't read. Empathy? Pain? Understanding? Before long, the road flooded ahead. Evan had to stop at a motel. They couldn't drive further. He paid for 2 rooms, even though he couldn't afford it. "Maya," he said, "stay here tonight. It's safe. I'll call a tow truck in the morning." She looked at him, surprised. "You didn't even know me. Yet you helped me like this." "That's what people should do," Evan replied simply. As Maya closed her motel door, she whispered to herself, "He doesn't know. He has no idea who I am." Inside her bag was a folder, Evan's case file. She was the judge he was appearing before tomorrow. And now everything had changed. Morning broke with soft golden light, the storm finally spent. Evan knocked on Maya's door with coffee and a small breakfast bag he bought using his last few crumpled bills. "You didn't need to do this," she said, taken aback. "You were stranded. It's the least I can do." She watched him, this tired, gentle, single father, wondering how life could be so strangely timed. When the tow truck arrived, Evan helped load her vehicle, refusing the money she tried to hand him. "I don't help people for payment," he said. "I help because, well, someone taught me that kindness grows back around." Maya didn't argue. She just smiled sadly. Evan dropped Lily at school, then drove to the courthouse, nerves shaking through him. He didn't tell Maya about the judge's name. He didn't want to scare her. He stepped into the courtroom and froze. Judge Maya Ellis entered. His heart stopped. She was the woman from the storm. Maya took her seat, professional and expressionless. She didn't look at him. Evan swallowed hard. Was she angry? Shocked? Would she think he manipulated her? His ex-wife's lawyer painted a picture of financial instability. He lives in a 1-bedroom rental, 2 jobs, no long-term plan, the attorney argued. The child deserves better. Evan felt the weight of every word. He had nothing fancy to offer, only love. When it was his turn, he stood, voice shaking. "I don't have much money," he admitted, and I can't promise a big house. But Lily has something money can't give. Safety, stability, and love. She's my whole world. I work every day, every hour to make sure she's okay. I know I'm not perfect, but she's perfect to me, and I'll never walk away from her. The courtroom fell silent. Maya finally looked at him. Really looked. She saw the man who pulled over in a dangerous storm to help a stranger. The man who put others first even when his own life was falling apart. The father who gave everything he had even when he had nothing left. She took a long breath and read the verdict. After reviewing the evidence and observing the character of both parents, primary custody will remain with the father, Mr. Evan Carter. Evan exhaled, tears instantly filling his eyes. Lily ran into his arms, sobbing happily. As the courtroom emptied, Maya approached him. Evan, I couldn't tell you who I was last night, she said softly. I figured, he replied with a small laugh. You should know, she continued. Your kindness last night didn't influence my legal judgment. Your actions influenced something deeper, something human. Sometimes the law sees numbers, but I saw a father who stops in storms for strangers, who gives his last dollars for someone else's safety. A man like that is a man who deserves to raise his daughter. Evan wiped his eyes.
Thank you for seeing me.
Maya placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. Take care of her, Evan, and take care of yourself too. As Evan and Lily walked out into the fresh sunlight, hand in hand, he felt something new. Hope. Real hope. The storm had passed. Sometimes the person who holds your fate isn't just judging your case. Sometimes they're seeing your heart. And sometimes, kindness writes the ending you never saw coming.